Hello everybody, welcome to Ice Commentary this week, and thank you for watching this video on the Russell 2000 and equity markets. It's Nick McDonald speaking. I'm about to take you through the Russell 2000 charts as well as looking at some of the other major cash index markets. Let's start here with the weekly chart, because what we had last week was quite a bullish weekly candle, and I was looking for either a breakup through the high to confirm bullishness or a breakdown through the low. I was swaying towards the upside because we'd made this higher high up through here. We'd also made a higher low. I was looking for it to come back up and really test this upper region of resistance. Well, ultimately we broke up through the highs. We have to look at it on a daily chart to see what happened. We broke the highs very early in the week, and we actually hovered around there and formed even some resistance up around those highs as we came and hit up against this kind of 750 level. So we're hovering around 750 for 4 days. We had a good pullback and then a rally back up towards those upper regions. So ultimately what we ended up with was quite a bullish weekly candle, but very, very small. I actually quite like small candles because normally the biggest candles in the market precede the smallest ones. And I like the fact we've got quite a nice small candle here. I'm still looking for it to come up and test these upper regions on the weekly. I think it will. I think 765, that kind of region is big resistance, and it's also really key because it's this previous high, and it will be really confirming the uptrend if we can break up through that. So it'll be very, very bullish if we can do it. I'm looking for it too. What do I think it will? We're also looking at this monthly chart. Very bullish again. It's intra-month, of course. We're only partway through December, but a nice small bullish candle followed by two previous months, which were very, very bullish. Just breaking up through these highs now, which we can see again, 750, just forming that little bit of shorter term resistance. If we can get up through there, then we are looking like pushing up and testing 850. Obviously, we're looking for this resolution to come out of Europe as well, and it just seems to me it's looking more and more likely that we will get one. Now, again, I don't know how good that will be. I don't know how long it will take, but it's just looking more likely that we will. I was a little bit concerned when on Saturday when I read the news about Britain having vetoed the European plan, and yet I waited this morning, in fact, for the markets to open up just so I could have a look at some of the currency markets, have a look at any effect. There doesn't seem to have been a major effect by that, which is positive. And I think that we'll get some kind of resolution. So we'll be waiting for that to happen. I think when we do, we will see a rally in stock markets. Right now, though, I think we should be nudging that direction anyway, any major bad news aside. So first level I'm really watching here is 750, just for a push up through that. I think we should get that this week. I'm looking for the test of 765. So up around that region is very, very key. Now, what opportunities were there last week? Well, firstly, let's just realize these lines I've got drawn on my chart. This one at 715, this is a line drawn from last week. So if we just look at what happened here, zooming back in, this was a support and resistance level been drawn on the charts for quite some time. Look at what happened here when we did decline. So this was, we broke up early in the week, tested 750, declined, straight down to 715, bounced right off it. That provides trading opportunities. Let's just come and have a little look as well at the Dow and the S&P. These are the exact same lines that were there last week. You can watch last week's video if you want to check. These are predefined support and resistance levels. We had one here at 12,000 on the Dow. We broke up. We came down, we bounced right off 12,000, and we rallied again. Let's have a look at the S&P. Again, we had a predefined level drawn in there from last week, and I said I'd be looking to trade around these levels. So we had 1230 join in on the S&P just based on previous support and resistance. We came up, we pulled back, we bounced right off it, and we rallied up again. So I'll be continuing to do the same kind of thing when we haven't got a really strong trending market. I'm just looking for these key support and resistance levels, and I'm looking for trading opportunities around there. I don't necessarily even need to be looking for swing trades, i.e. based on the daily chart. If you come down and look at these levels on lower time frames, there's multiple trading opportunities, even as low as a 1 minute chart. So how am I trading this week? I'll be looking, if we did decline, I'll be looking for trades around 715. If we rally from here, I'll be looking for trades around 750. A classic kind of trade would be a break up through 750, then an intraday pullback into 750, perhaps clustering with some other forms of support and resistance. And then I'll be looking to catch a little run just from 750 up to 765. Up around 765, I'd look for any signs of things like overextension. If the market looked, if it moved up there very quickly, if it looked a little bit overbought, I might look for some reasons to sell it just for a temporary pullback. Equally, if it broke through it, I'd look to trade any pullbacks to it. I'd look to buy them and get long, because after 765, we've got a pretty good run up to 800. So ultimately this week, I remain bullish. I do think the markets will go higher. I'll be looking to trade around support and resistance levels as I have for a long time here with such a range-bound market. I'll continue to do exactly that until we see a really strong, well-defined trend. We're slightly getting back to that direction with a bullish-looking weekly chart. If we're looking at the daily chart here, it's still very erratic, very sideways. So I'm still continuing to trade around 715, 750, 765, and while looking to try and sway my trades in the long side as we try and get a run up towards 800, and maybe in the first quarter of next year up towards 850. Happy trading all. Hope that helps. Have a wonderful week. We will be back next week with the last video for 2011, and I'll update you then on the Christmas schedule. Happy trading. Speak to you soon.